By the way, Van, I wasn't recording earlier, but I think it's actually would be really I think cool to
Oh, for
record.
playtest, yeah, no, go ahead.
Awesome, thank you.
Or are you already?
No, I'm starting now.
Great.
I wish I started this at the beginning, but we're only one turn in right now.
Yeah, it'll be okay. I think you're right. It will make sense to be able to look back out and oh, I'm sorry, I'm going so slow. There's just the paths diverge, you know?
You go ahead and think, and I'm just going to catch the viewer up to what we talked about already, real quickly. Quick summary.
Okay, let me know when you've done the catch up and I'll
Oh
take my
no,
turn.
no, I'm not.
Or
This
rest.
is open communication. I'm not.
Perfect.
Yeah. So just kind of the way we set the game up is we put all of the new expansion cards, made sure they're all in the decks. And obviously with the new map setup, we have a couple of questions about how certain cards are used, like this Papal States Empire, which only has a king and an Islamic king. Don't know how that works. It's not really mentioned in the rules. So we're playing with just the normal one. And another thing is we noticed that, kind of just evaluating the map, that Islam is pretty much completely blunted in this variant. They only have one Green Knight levy, and that means because the bloody rule, where you always have to have at least one defender in a jihad or religious war. This one knight won't win anywhere except for in Mamluk, which could still be cool, but that turns even like the what, actually that might be the point. But I'm just fearful that it would reduce the dimensionality of the religious game to two, down from three, which I think would be um, a loss. And now we're just looking at these cards. We're not playing with this behead op because I think Phil already indicated that he knows this is too strong. So we're just playing without this op, and I chose to buy this card anyway for two. Um, and we there's this card here. I dropped this coin here. If we both bought this card, we'd both be kind of playing with a gun at our hip, with a one card hand limit because um, they would kind of counter each other. So he's skipping getting this card and getting this one, and comboing this card, this conspiracy with this global Easter press. That would have been a very strong combo. So Van is denying that combo from me. All right.
I I think I've decided what I'm doing. The other thing I'll note for posterity's sake is for the new victory condition, right? We are assuming that equal or more prestige means you need to have at least one for the equal. So it can't just be everyone has zero.
Mm-hmm.
That's the assumption. Okay, so the other thing I will do, so besides buying the tax revolt, is I am going to go ahead and buy this. La Serenísima.
Cool.
To you, sir.
Okay. Just gonna play this. Take Hungary. And then do an Eastern trade fair. I guess I'm purple, right? So I'll put this here. So I'll take one. Uh, trade fair will go all the way to the end. So both of these profits will be mine, and everything will get
Levies.
reinforced. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the knights. And I wonder. Yeah.
Which of those?
No, that gives the reformists a heretic. So we'll keep it status quo as much as possible, just
Sure.
for now.
Well played, moneybags. Well played.
And defended.
Go ahead and play that out. Um, don't see any reason to conspire.
We're still going to kind of play
And
with our other card in hand for a while.
yeah.
I can't really use mine without setting yours up.
That's the thing. It's kind of this like, oh yeah. And then I think what I'm gonna do. Hmm. Oh, you have money now. I don't like that.
So I'm putting on push to talk, just so that we still have a reasonably competitive game. And sometimes I just want to talk to the video. But I actually don't have anything to say right now about the game state. So
Oh,
where to go from
just
here?
yeah. Do I just leave you to the east? I'm
I
not sure I
think you
love
should get this
that.
Reformation. You should get the Reformation.
I am going to take this.
Oh, ooh, that Reformation.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it one more
So I
time?
put. Oh yeah, sorry. Reformation, France, commerce.
So this is basically a Reformation with commerce. Cool. That's kind of cool thematically for the Huguenots.
Yeah, right.
And so we're playing such that, rules as written currently are that these pawns don't engage as attackers in
In religious
the
wars.
religious wars.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So I played. I bought. I refreshed.
All right. So I think this is a good card. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're looking at this card too. Um, I think she's really, really good. Though it's harder. It's not really harder, but still kind of hard because actually this can get a third defender. Even though there's another red knight in the east, there's
Yeah,
two
you still
now.
have kind of
There's
the
still plenty
two.
of defenders.
Yep. But having the green pirates as red bishops and units, the
Kind of steals green.
ability is interesting, but it is commerce too, and another concession.
Yeah. I can still try to set her up with the other card in hand.
Oh yeah, I mean you've got definitely some ways of doing things. So.
Like, I don't have to get Mamluk with this. That would be sweet.
No, you can just cash in on the concession. I just
I think I might just actually try to take it though. So I'll dare you to run a trade there
yeah.
to defend. Like, you can still do a west and defend Mamluk, so that's kind of cool. This bishop will eventually suppress his east. Does your Reformation have an inquisitor?
It does not. Just
Hmm.
commerce.
That'll make it susceptible to a bishop.
Yes.
Or do I want to deny this crusade? I definitely have to deny the crusade. I'm either leaning into the Age of Reformation or I'm going for the status quo by actually playing this crusade. Crusade. Oh, okay. So in this variant, if Hungary gets crusaded,
Then it
that
just
levy
goes
goes
down to the
away.
two. Yeah.
Interesting. Well, then it's in my interest to go red.
Yeah. Let's get that knight back up so we don't forget.
So I have to inefficiently trade fair to deny this from you because a crusade in Hungary is guaranteed to win.
Yeah, I was figuring I'd let you decide how that was going to be. I thought about picking it up, but man, it's not like you wanted that money anyway. You're not going to use it. What a waste.
No, I'm not a big fan of getting money when I don't need it.
But levies, right? And this one here, right?
Yep. So I also blocked my own shot.
For a moment, you have ways. Okay, let's see. Hmm.
Okay, so what I want to do is play this card and repress ahead of playing this. So I can repress once and send a card here,
Let's reevaluate. There's been some shifting here. What's going
and
on?
his
Okay.
conspiracy won't take it, so it'll still be 1 to 2. Um, and the Reformation also wouldn't take it. So I would have to reduce it down to 1 defender on my turn and then play my Reformation, and at the same time emancipating the pieces that I repressed. So I think overall my strategy is stronger. This is a stronger card. I love the idea. I love the idea of a global repress. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Instead of just the siege, it's nice. It opens up some different. Oh, the last sigh.
This is a good card. Oh, he would. Oh, dang it. That's really bad for me. He can cut me out of both trade fairs.
Yeah, I think this is how it's gotta be, huh? Hmm. I'm gonna play this. Trigger the one shot. So, sure, we'll have these die. And then this one still comes in for the kill, right?
Oh, I could have tried to stop that if I did a trade fair, but I'd be paying you out, so there's no
Yeah, I
incentive.
figured if you really wanted to, you could.
This feels like a game of transhumanity, which,
So,
yeah.
I get the agent. I get one for the regime change.
Yeah, and the other reason to have gone for the one I went for is that instead of that crusade that I threw in the trash, is that I too have a prestige in red. So we're both reforming.
Mm-hmm.
Now prestige in red
Keeping up
is
with the
good.
Joneses.
So it's challenging our assumptions about the value of a certain
It,
color.
it is. And what it's done is, you're right, it's kind of made it a two religion contest, but that's kind of what it already was with the two, with a blip of for Reformation, right? And now it's flopped it a bit. It's interesting. We'll have to try. I think the other thing I got to do is pick this up. Did you see what that was? Last
No,
eye?
didn't see it. That was the yeah, okay, that one. What was the first thing you did? Oh, the Reformation. Okay.
Yeah, I played the card. And then I'm picking that up. Just giving you all my money. That's what I'm doing every time.
Yeah, well,
Oh, uh-oh.
it's good to get that ability and also completely cut me out of the trade routes. So
That was when I saw that it did the trade route too. I thought I gotta jump on that.
so thankfully he's broke and he can't afford this apostasy that would wreck me. That's all the way up there in the market. So I have a few turns to try to get rid of this damn prestige. Hmm. If I put a red bishop in play and you get that comet,
With all my money.
right? Well, we'll be tied because I've got a red one too. And I have the Inquisitor and you don't. So I think I'm okay playing this bishop.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
And I'll put it on Mamluk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your card in the east is not even a card. It's an Aragon, so I can't even try to teleport it. And I don't need the money, but I need to set up something. Even if I repress, you are going to just do a trade fair on your turn. It's going to happen. So I don't need to use it just yet. I need to buy something good. There's no vote in the east, so I can't get rid of this through voting. I would really hate to have to sell Hungary, especially since I buried this crusade, which could have gotten it back for me. You know, the strong thing about the crusade in Hungary that I actually overlooked was instant republic win. I actually could have won the game by now. No, you've got a law, so never mind.
Got one loss, so it would have been a little bit of a hiccup, but it would have been nice.
Super faster, yeah.
Because didn't that crusade also have a vote on it too?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that totally just that's a pretty slick card. I like more voting in the East is adds a nice wrinkle.
That is cool, yeah. And I wish that I actually had an East vote because I don't want this Catholic prestige.
You could just sell it, get all that money.
Don't need it. I'd rather have Hungary.
Totally.
I could get England.
Wide open.
And that's putting a believer in England too. I haven't done anything yet, have I? No.
You played
Oh,
the
I
bishop.
played
Yeah,
this.
you played a card, so
Darn, okay.
you can set up and threaten England. But yeah,
If I want oh, right. No, then you can deny it. So I can't. Even if I campaigned to Venice to drop another concession out there, I can't stop the reinforcement. But I can capitalize and dry up the West.
hmm
I mean, doing an East trade fair without dropping levy. Oh, but you're going to pull a trade ship. So I need to definitely get something into Papal States. Oh, but you have an attack. Did you play it? Yeah, you did. Okay. Hmm. The vote is really strong. I don't want to have votes. Even though France doesn't have a law. Um, when he does a trade fair, he'll have 3 coins in the exchange, so then he can buy anything up to here, which includes this, but this will be turned off by the trade fair. Um, I don't think he would go for this one. I think this one he might. Or would he go east? Yeah, I'll do a campaign. He stops.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll repress and ping 2. I think that's probably the best spot because
Good
your
play.
agent, I think, is a rook. And just check in here. Nothing can take that pawn out. Um, ooh, this is really good. Interesting card. This is an interesting card.
Which one? Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, it's a good place.
Oh man, always on the back foot here.
It's actually turned out to be efficient to run ops, even though it's going to get reinforced.
Mm,
But the more times I do that, the stronger I am making his attack. If it's if there are 2 repressed pieces here against 2 defenders, his will win. So I can't. No, I can attack it. I can take on my next turn. I actually think I found a way to take. Hold on. No, no, I'm good. Go ahead. Let's go
oh,
for
you
that.
could have gotten Mamluk, you mean?
No, no, I couldn't. I might this next turn though.
Let's see.
Definitely need a way to tax Hungary because he's gonna screw it up. So I have the new Hungarian king, but there doesn't seem to be anything different about him other than his name.
Yeah, all the stats are the same, right? It's just got the different
Yeah.
nomenclature. Yeah.
I wonder if they could use that card slot on something better. Like, I don't know. Something that actually changes the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're just making it so that it better fits the 100 years later, right? But yeah,
But there
not
are
everything else
still
is updated
9 other
across,
or
right?
8 other
Right? There's still
empires
a bunch
that
of
would need to
others
be
that are.
updated, right?
Yeah. Well, man, I just see lots of problems here.
Oh, you already have vote. You're in such good shape.
Am I?
Yeah, you can make the West do whatever you want. You can either
Mm,
commerce the West or you can trade fair it. It's up to you. I have nothing to do with the West, and you have access to both types of
well,
making
you
money.
you do now with this,
I guess you're right.
but which is like if you hadn't done that, that would have been a very clear decision what I'm going to do. But I think instead,
Yeah, because there's Ottoman tax, so that's why I couldn't put it on this side too. It's basically if he wants to reinforce England, you have to pay me to do it. If he doesn't reinforce England, I'll be able to take it with this card. which is a
Because you've got
nice.
money, there's a comet. You have two. You could get to a third, but not and get the comet. That's the tricky bit. Hmm.
So if you look at the religious, let's evaluate the Byzantine condition right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no dominant. Well, what is a dominant religion? The Reds have one. Greens
They
have
have the
one.
bishop, right? So, but wait,
Now,
this is
Islam and
most
Reformist are tied.
theocracies. No, wait, there's three. It just says theocracies, right? Not tokens.
Huh.
It's not supreme. We're not talking.
Yeah,
Are
that's a
you
good
talking
point.
about the
I'm
supreme
still
religion?
looking at Holy Victory,
Oh, got it.
but yeah, but it's a good point that you bring up how religion plays out in the Byzantine. So you're just it's interesting. It kind of moves the concept of supremacy in a cool way here. It's like symbols on the map.
Yeah, because right now, you then, if you can get one reform, right? Reform's prestige, then could satisfy this condition.
That's so
With
strange. What a strange concept. I mean, I do have one in my hand. You have one too, out on the board.
yeah, but you just need to be equal, is what it says, right? And with one, at least one more kingdom.
Right. It's better that you don't have to have more. Yeah.
Um, man, I just everything I might do, you're just gonna counter. Well, maybe we should start.
So I've got a silver bullet in the form of this card, and then there's the comet, which I guess meeting. I'm meeting the. Oh, I'm about to meet the Byzantine condition, right? That's what.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You can meet it if you just drop your card.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
don't know that there's a lot I can do. There's all sorts of fronts where I'm not really able to do much. So I let you have your commerce in the east, and it's coming back to haunt me, unsurprisingly. Um, just can't quite make it work, huh?
There's a queen here. Oh, but you're in the same predicament I was in a turn or two ago. No money in full hand.
Yeah, and even if I unless I could buy and play her right away, but even then you can just stomp it right away.
Actually, yeah, if you do anything in the east without gaining a empire, I'm not going to win on my turn. I still have to play my prestige. So if
Yeah,
you
no,
like sold a hand card and bought this, you would stop me.
yeah. Even this though, like me buying it and playing it right now, let's pretend like I could. Hungry, you can just come in and stomp, right?
Well, Portugal. Portugal's good.
Sure, but it doesn't do tons. I mean, I guess a little bit.
There's no attack in Portugal. It would be a pretty safe, and it's
I guess
higher up on
it
the.
counters the empire count, so
Yeah.
that would be the one thing. Yeah, I'm just looking. Well, I am going to. I'm going to run my West Ops. I am going to commerce. I will vote and then commerce again. And I am.
I wonder if it'd be cool if, like, I'm pretty sure the map cards are single-sided.
Yeah, these are.
It'd be cool if he, like, I mean, he has the space for it to maybe choose one of the theocratic sides to also modify.
To have a third, if that's what, yeah. And then I'm not sure this is the right thing to do, but it's what I am doing. I'm going to sell this.
Really?
Yeah. I need the cash to be able to potentially counter, I think. Your turn.
But wasn't your counter to get equal in empires with me?
But I couldn't.
You didn't have to this turn, but in 2 turns, if you did, then you would stop me from winning.
Okay, well.
Maybe. Actually, no, because I can still target. I mean, I'm going after a Mamluk. So now I'm
Yeah,
actually
I
going to
just
get
felt
Mamluk.
like. Yeah, I just feel like there's so many ways that you can.
So I can't play it right now. I have to set it up. It would be my whole turn. But now if I interact with the East Market, you will get the comet.
Yeah, I just figured I needed to have the money
The comet to
to
make.
maybe do something.
That's a cool move, man. That's a cool move.
I guess. It's what I got.
I mean, I could buy and play this to pop England and get up in his face, but he has commerce in the West, so I actually don't want to do anything in the West. I could grab this. It's, oh yeah, that would devastate him. I'm gonna get this,
Good play.
and now I invite you to buy the comet.
Right? It's like when you do it.
Then I'll just play her.
Okay. Portugal it is. Oh,
I normally want to put it on the far side so that Portugal can populate, but because there's potential instability in England,
yeah, you don't want to lose it.
yeah.
Hmm. What to do now? And it just makes your comet cheaper. Look how good that is. Okay, I got to do a full reevaluation of this market and see. Sorry, I was interested in this one a while ago to crush your stuff over there. It just hadn't happened.
Well, now those pawns are useless.
That's what I'm saying. But now, now that I could get it, it's because it doesn't matter to you.
Actually, not
Fine,
useless. He hasn't trade shifted yet.
fine. I like comets if it was cheaper.
The next turn I will take. Oh, did I just let you in? Oh no, because you don't have more empires.
No, yeah, I don't have.
But even for religious victory, it's not. You're not winning yet because you still can't. Oh my God, you have to look at religion in 2 different ways now. You still have to count supremacy, so it's 1-to-1 right now.
Yeah, because all these are cleared out, and this is not a. Yeah,
And there's really no way to get more because
it's just
you
gonna
you
get put.
commerced, so and then the East isn't
Mm-hmm.
going up there. So
Yep.
if you had done a trade fair instead, you could have gotten one more. Or if you,
Yeah, I just. Yeah, it's what it is. And I've been thinking, like, how do I make this work? Maybe, but I don't think it matters because, again, unless money's flowing in there, it's just what it is.
that's another, I guess, another good thing I got Portugal and didn't let you get it to combo with that. Would have been a great combo for you.
Yeah, it just so many steps to get there. I just, yeah.
Now my pawns aren't useless yet because you haven't shifted, so bear that in mind.
That's true. You can still, I mean, but you haven't been hurting for florins at all, so.
I made such a noob mistake putting
Oh,
Portugal.
putting over. Well, you know, heat of the moment. Which of these am I gonna do? Because you play and afford and activate.
So I have Papal States now. If we were playing the rules as written, I mean, which side of the Papal States Empire card are we supposed to use?
There aren't rules written for this. That's the thing. So who knows?
Yeah, so like, should I have different prestige in the intended way,
Yeah,
version of this game?
who knows? I am going to.
Now he has money, so he could potentially threaten that apostasy, which would actually really shut down my Byzantine victory.
We're gonna buy and play. We will conspire. She'll get me another one of these.
All right, I'm definitely going to trade fair on my turn to
And that.
get my money back. Maybe I won't.
And that is it. Let's see if I overlooked something.
Thing is, I don't want him to.
Oh, I wish I had another action. That's what I wish.
I think I might have to trade fair and just open the victory condition.
Yeah, I worried you might. But that's where we are.
Because you could potentially apostasy me uh, the longer I keep this out, you know.
Yep.
So I need to just act. I can keep myself safe from it by not playing it yet.
And then
You
play
can't
in
get
claim.
religious
Yeah.
somehow and all
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah, because now you've got a red one here. You've
Yeah.
got religious supremacy.
Yeah. And this is why I wanted the money before, so that depending on what happened, I could maybe reach this and get you with it, depending on how it went. But yeah, it makes sense. I was trying to get some options.
I mean, I'm not happy reinforcing here because
It just undoes. Well, you can
oh, you
always
don't have the
repress it again.
conspiracy anymore. You sold it. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, it still slows me down to get this, but all right. So I got the money. I need to drop the levies.
I mean, getting that levy in Hungary ain't too shabby. Having 3 nights in Hungary, man.
And
I
here,
just don't know.
I drop a coin in your basket.
I thank you. Which one are you going to go for? The new one?
Yeah.
Boom. So the question is, can I get more reform prestige? I don't think so. Um, that's the problem is I could get the there's just too many things I think we might be done here. Let me keep looking though. Because there's no comet, so there's no... Because I need to either get rid of... And...
It's interesting that in this map variant, Byzantium, even though it's like the age of
Oh.
Byzantium, this map card doesn't have any red tokens on it because this one's
Uh-huh.
listed.
Yep.
So I
It's
wonder.
kind of shifted it over into
Oh, that's the power center. Yeah.
Constantinople,
Yeah. Interesting.
right? Because the kind of blood, yeah. Because, yeah, I can't see a way that I'm really modifying your empires because a conspiracy and Ottoman, no. Right? Peasant revolt, no. Conspiracy, Byzantium, no. Reformation in Hungary, that is exciting, but I can't buy and play it. It would be pretty cool, though.
Thank goodness.
Man, was that out before? No, it just came out, didn't it? Because you bought the.
Yeah, yeah, it just came out because I
I was
burned
going
my
to say,
cards.
otherwise, what was I spending my money on? But. And I can't hit you with the apostasy because you're shielding yourself. I mean,
You can buy it if you want.
yeah, and have it for my last gasp.
Yeah, for your last,
Because
yeah, ending hand
bishops,
size.
right? Bishops won't affect this one either, which is interesting. It's got that. Um, and even if I flip this back over, you still have enough kings to out to me. That queen, I should have gotten that queen, I guess. But then you could have gotten. It's just this back and forth. Like, anyway.
I think you would want me to drop coins in England, um, because you could. I don't know, commerce. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah. So I mean, I can hoover up a bunch of stuff. I can have my republics and law, but that's not going to do me any good, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
that's part of why I was interested in England, right? Because it gives me that ability to flip and really just hammer it home if I need. But
Yeah. Maybe you would have
you were
gone for
too
the
smart
comment if
and
I
put
didn't buy it, right?
right. You put your agent there. And if it was here, I mean, I was all, but of course, right? And you have two coins. If you didn't have money, I would be okay because I have this, and I could,
Ooh, that would have been cool.
because I could have played it, and then done the tax and all my
Yeah.
other business,
Oh yeah, that
right?
would have been so cool.
But I'm right. You're two coins to me. I just don't. I'm not seeing a way. I mean, sure, there's this conspiracy in HRE, but that doesn't do much for me. Even if I can't get it and play it because I don't have enough.
Right.
Uh, I'm not seeing the path. I have these votes that I just can't use. All your, you've got your stinking vassal. Well, what I'm gonna do, sir, is run my West ops.
Yeah, can you get one more empire somehow?
No, I mean, because even campaigning, unless I can. Oh, actually, yes. So this is what I have to do. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna run both ops. Right.
Oh,
I
you
will do
can
the trade
siege in
shift because I
Portugal.
can
Yeah.
siege it because it is Portugal. It's not Aragon.
Very good, very good.
Even though the Timbuktu is over here in Aragon,
Oh, but
which is
this
a little,
this will still go to Portugal though.
the agent, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if I do the trade shift, otherwise I
Right.
don't have to.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I don't want it because I need to take this from you. So forget the trade shift, and we'll run the ops, and we will
Right.
siege this first,
Nicely done.
and then we will commerce. One, two, and then I need to pay the campaign, right? And you already did the swap over, okay? I am going to. Am I going to pay to repress? Sure, I'm going to pay to repress. There was a way out. I just had to talk at you for like 30 minutes.
Damn.
Oh, I guess the question actually is instead of that extra commerce, should I? I guess I did it. I can now flip that if I want, right? because I haven't done the vote yet. Let's do that. Does that make sense?
So you're just
I
not
did.
using the commerce here, or
No, I used it, but I'm using this vote to after that turn it
then
back
flip
into a
it?
king.
Yeah, sure.
Because let me make sure. So I did this siege. I did commerce, commerce. I did campaign. I didn't use this. Yep, and then I vote. So that's fine. Because then at least I have positioned it so you need more. And
That's
this
pretty
way,
cool. That was what your first buy or one of them, and
it
it's been in
was
your
it
hand
was
so
one of
long.
those
I
that
didn't remember you had a threat to Portugal.
yeah, I kept thinking of it in the tax and not the siege, and then realized, oh, yeah. But because I want that as a king, I can always flip it later if I really need. Um, but this puts me actually in position that I'm all for this unless you can
Right.
snatch something, right? So
Yep.
great. I feel like I did a thing,
You did.
and that's my turn. So to you.
And now I can't play my card and win because we are. Actually, you have more kings than I do now.
I do. I have more than
Yeah.
you currently. So if you get one, even that's still.
I have a way to get Mamluk. It's just going to be more costly than I like it to be.
Oh, what am I going to do once you have mom look, right? It's just kind of.
Yeah, I wish I could silence Portugal, but I can't. So no trade shift. Very
No,
interesting.
I couldn't. I wanted to. You still got your pinata over there. You can just keep hitting that.
I can take Holy Roman. I think I'll just do that
Yeah, that's
instead.
been
Yeah.
years all game, basically.
But now you've got quite the algae bloom of pawns here. One, two, three, four, five to my three, and you have that discovery.
I
So
do.
now it's going to become an even more expensive war of attrition as we repress each other's pawns. It gets even more vicious and ugly. So I think I'm going to just run Eastern Ops. I'll start by oppressing in Mamluk.
Hmm. I
That
like how
way,
you're an equal opportunity repressor, right? Whatever religion, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna.
yeah. So now it's 5 to 4. You have no cards in hand and 2 coins, and you have a way to tax, so you can start doing stuff. Thankfully, Holy Roman is far away. Oh, you have vote. So,
I do, but unless I
oh,
can
and
muster something over there.
you have a way of voting France to pop. So this is the only safe place to put my pawn.
Hmm.
I have to make sure that you can't. Oh, well, it's a vassal. Never mind. I don't have to worry about it getting voted. But I think I'd rather hold on to that money because I'll be getting more pawns. I also have a pawn in my hand, and there's also no coming out yet. The pressure's not on that much. And you can't take Holy Roman as far as I'm aware. Oh, but there's this. Ah, fuck. No, so I have to undo it. I might just buy and play this. Because that'll leave a
That's,
defender too. Yeah. Fuck.
that's a good call.
And you get all the money.
And if you do that, then I can vote it.
Oh, right.
Eventually, right? I mean, not right away, because it would be you could either repress, but that's a bad idea because then I can just smash it back. But you could still have it.
I have to gain an empire this turn to stop you from winning. And it just seems like this is costly. It's going to You can spend money too to undo it, but then hopefully by then I've got my objectives in Mamluk
Okay.
completed.
I guess.
But then that would mean it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, but this would give you. Oh God, you're gonna have 2 knights. This isn't the right way to go. I have to undo. Okay, well, paying 1 back,
Yep.
and now getting 2 back for the crusade or the campaign.
And then that you had another knight here, correct? And there was one in HRE,
Yeah, starting
like
knight.
so.
Yeah,
Okay, so you took back both. I guess that was just ops, right?
that
That's
was
all
just
you've done.
ops.
So yeah,
Thing is, I don't want to
but
buy
you
from
had
here because
didn't
you have
you
so
have?
much commerce.
Did you only have the 2 coins? You did,
I think
because I
so.
spent that whole time saying, "Oh, you have
Yeah,
2 coins. I can't
yeah.
tax you." Yeah. Okay. I'm just used to you having coffers that are overflowing, so I just thought that had to be wrong.
Right. I spent it. I spent 4 on a comet that I'm not making gains out of, which is not good. Okay, so then my other option is to actually just attack Momok and take it.
Yeah, you can still repress and then campaign over to Mamluk, right?
You can take Holy Roman, but I'm gonna be able to take it from you eventually. So I don't know if it's gonna be
Yeah,
worth it.
Holy Roman's always been. I have not been looking at it because I know you're just that hungry with that third night, man. Brutal.
All right. All right, I'm gonna take it. So it's gonna cost me. Oh no, oh, I don't have a pawn here anymore. So your tax doesn't do anything. Um, so I pay 2. I can't use my repress, so I don't get like any kind of a discount, which is too bad. And then I play it, and it becomes 2-1 here.
Are you also repressing though? Because you have a
No,
repress op.
no. If I repress, I have no heretics
Oh,
left.
because for the Reformation, yeah. It's not a conspiracy. Got it.
So I
Yep.
can't just reduce them to 2 defenders because I only have 2 attackers.
Yeah. Nope. Exactly. That goes reform.
It's also reinforced with fewer pieces because there's fewer repressed. But
But it's not. I don't see it being threatened anyway. So
yeah, there are some bombs that can really hurt me coming up.
yeah, I just don't know how I can play them fast enough. Because right now, if I don't get another one or take one from you, you've got it still, right? Because now
Close.
you have.
Got 3, and you have. No, I don't have Holy
You
Roman.
have 4.
No, I undid the taking of Holy Roman. I got to put that back.
Oh, that put okay. That's okay. Much
My
better.
bad. Yeah, we undid
I
that.
feel
That
better
was the
about
last part of undoing. Yeah.
that. I'm just like I'm counting them. You got them all. Okay, that's
Well, I
better.
think this is what I have to do. I think it's all settled. I put one. I get 1 more pawn out.
Yeah, and that buffers against that globalization too. That's nice for you.
And also looking to see. There's nothing in Mamluk.
Hmm. And you can still basically take one when you'd like. Oh, darn it.
I'll have to do another trade fair.
Because nothing's
I
getting
can win in.
reinforced.
I can win in 2
There's
turns
nothing happening up
if
there.
he doesn't get something else other than Holy Roman. I need to just do a trade fair to reinforce and something else worthless, and then next turn, attack Holy Roman so that I have the king advantage and then claim victory. So now I am exposed to that apostasy here. So, um, gotta watch his money. Watch what he does. Absolutely would be a mistake to buy the card for Holy Roman because it would drop money in his basket and also make the apostasy cheaper. So, just not touching the West market at all. Pure East. So how can you win? The same
I
goes
mean,
for you, right? Like, if you gain an empire, then you can claim victory.
yeah, but that's what I'm looking at, or I'm just not sure. I'm not sure it's there. And the problem is, if I don't do something right now, you can trade fair, get those. Well,
Thing is,
there's
this
two.
this commerce will help prevent the trade
It would get one more
right
knight
from
in Hungary.
getting
That's
into
enough,
Hungary.
right? Just even having that knight in Hungary, and then bam. That's where I needed that siege in the east that I gave up, but I needed the money.
And having this commerce in Hungary and also access to the campaign means I can control the heretics kind of easily
Yeah,
to prevent
yeah.
this.
You can. You can. Which means I'm in trouble because neither of these apostasies is going to help me because I can't get them this turn and play it.
Yeah.
So, which, right, is part of the calculation.
Another reason,
So,
another argument for me to not have bought this card and just threaten Holy Roman from the map. Just,
mm-hmm.
I can't touch this market, period.
What do you have? Let me look at these ops just to make sure. Time commerce. And your bishop's right there. You do have Inquisitor. Good to know. I think I only have one option.
I can make 2 coins on my turns.
And I don't love it. Let me think this through, though. That's not super helpful.
I wonder if they should include this ability on one of the new cards, declaring Byzantine victory costs 2 actions.
Maybe. I guess that would work. I'm not sure which one moves me forward better.
I like this card a lot. I wish it came out more.
Oratory is so fun. It really is. I think
Thing is, he needs to get that apostasy. somehow. One advantage that a trade fair economy has over a commerce economy is that um, the trade fair is bringing a coin in every time they do it.
Yep.
So they can kind of grow a little bit faster. Or they actually
Yeah.
have growth. The commerce is growth
Is just
limited.
the net. Yep, it is. I am not thrilled with this, but I think it's what needs to happen. I am going to run all the ops with last sigh. So I am going to tax myself in Portugal. And I don't know that I'm going to pay it, actually.
Say goodbye to that victory condition. No, but
Which
no,
one?
no.
Globalization?
I'm just teasing you. You have to do this. Yeah, you have to
I mean, I could
bubble
pay,
up.
and then, but I just don't see why it matters, because the only thing this is, oh, do I want to, is this going to be a problem for voting it later, right? I don't think so. If it
Well,
is, then I'll deal with it.
it's the
Does that
right
make sense?
call. It's the right
Yeah.
call for sure.
So do that. And then I will commerce. And then I am going to campaign from England to get these dead. And then I will campaign from Portugal. Oh,
You should be
yeah, because
using
Portugal's
England.
already a vassal, right, to England? That's right, I forgot. So let me do that the other way, so that England has a...
That's better anyway for the reformists. Oh, never mind.
That's,
Well, we have
eh,
another reformist state right here. Ridiculous. They're about to get some levies. Actually, no, they won't because these cards are pretty dry.
yeah, no, that's... Um, so I did commerce, I did this, I did a campaign and a campaign. Um, I need these all to be kings. Oh, wait a minute. I just did ops. That's all I've done, right? And then I claim victory?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Because I have one more and I have equal. You don't have two, right?
Oh man, you did it.
I think so.
Wow, good job.
That. Oh, and I guess I could have just put this right back here, too, huh? From that concession. That, this one's really interesting. And maybe it's less so in a two-player, but it is real knife edge, like. But I guess it just depends on how the prestige shakes out, right?
It's interesting. I think it's
It changes
fun to
things a
explore.
lot.
Yeah, it's having a new victory condition is really cool. And
It gives this promo gives religion a new facet that you're looking at in
yeah,
this.
yeah,
And it doesn't seem, I know it's kind of, like alternate history, but given the time frame, it's not that implausible that do have Reformation starting to sweep places, right? And it's weird how it shifts the action a lot, right? From Ottoman to Hungary, just having that third knight there, like, ugh. And the trade shift at the beginning, huh.
yeah. The map is different in a lot of interesting ways. The victory condition makes you think in a different way, challenges assumptions.
Yeah. So
And I think it's really cool that someone won by that with this promo pack. However, we are playing with all of the cards,
all of them in.
and it is really cool that they do inject this new dynamic with the volume way up when they're all together.
Yeah,
And I'm really curious to play it the
with
standard
just
way
a normal
too.
mix,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. If you get one of them or not, that's one of the things. So how this played out, this card and this one, right? Not having the pawn be an agent in the battle, right? Not participating in the battle.
Yeah.
This one still took a lot. This one took tons of setup for you.
I
Even,
had the card to help me set it up. Yeah, but still, it's not
but even with that,
directly.
it's just partly because this gets opened up and how you were doing getting your money.
Mamluk
I,
is
I
really, really hard to reform in this. Yeah.
yeah, which and maybe that's right and good, right? And fine, that's intentional. It's still like this one. Oh yeah, I can see that happening. Though it could have been shut down pretty easy with one little play, right? It would have been almost impossible because unless everything's because France is going to keep getting reinforced almost always when these are right. So
Well, that becomes a turn one Empire gainer.
yep,
So that's like a special class of cards, right?
yep. And I
Yeah.
had thought about doing that for my turn one, but it would just leave you all the stuff, right? I was just like, I can't just leave you all those good cards. So
Yeah.
it's interesting. I'm not sure. Yeah, I as far as this rule with the agent, right? I probably still like the dynamism, but maybe that's just my style of play. I can see it either way. It's fine. Maybe it's
See,
supposed to be
my
real
my
tricky.
main beef with it was that it's just an odd, rough rule.
It's another right for two cards now. We have still the same exception that agents, except for bishops, and in this one case, pawns, right, don't participate in battle or always participate in battle. So yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like the a-hole that has to point it out, or just for pointing it out. So like it's
once
not
they
really an a-hole,
because
but like you're assuming if you point it out, then you're assuming the person doesn't know, and like you don't know if you want to assume that. But then if they buy it thinking that it participates, it's like,
yeah, and you haven't said like, oh, by the way, are we all on the same page? Then it becomes that real weird, like, oh, well, I wouldn't have right that I was building, two turns around that, and that's terrible. But yeah,
yeah,
I
it's
agree.
it's
I
it's
just like the
anti-streamlining
dynamism.
basically.
I like the dynamism because Mamluk as a theocracy gets all those night spaces. That's so much fun compared to its normal. Like it's kind of just there.
Yeah, it's
And
still it's
France, I
still
guess,
pretty
is about the
cool.
same. Yeah.
Um, and if the
I'm
spice
curious to
violence
see what
happens,
this
then
is
it's
supposed to
easier.
do.
Yeah,
But I agree. You would think that with the map cards, why don't you just put one of the backs on them? Even, I guess maybe is it more confusing? I was going to say even if it's the same, they'll I guess they'll sort out. But this is an interesting diversion. I haven't. I guess I've never played the 1550, or maybe I only played it once before, so I don't know that I have much opinion without. But I am interested to play test a little bit more with just in the normal mix of cards. Like if you only see one of them, what happens, right? Because the board state does change, and the map cards are the big thing. I feel like
yeah, it's actually
sure
it's baked into the variant.
these
Yeah,
theocracies, but playing before with it just that these two are theocracies, like okay, this just totally changes how the East is going to operate. And that
this.
and the East and West not being conjoined with their trade fairs at the start, that does some interesting
Yeah,
change
it's
up
really
too.
cool. Yeah, I like it. I think like my first impression of this victory condition, if you're using it with the 1550 variant, the starting map is like this. No, like this. And
Yep.
there's two. So this automatically, if you have more kings and red off the start, then you're in a winning position. It makes it kind of
Yeah,
more. It's very swingy and knife's edgy. But I
yeah,
wonder if
it does.
this. Hmm?
I was just gonna say it's interesting. I wasn't sure at first what to because all it's not like the other ones where you have kind of these two connected things that you have to be that full step ahead. That being just tied on religion and one more king is like just enough that it's an interesting like you can sneak back. That's the only way I was sneaking back in on this, unless a comic came out and I could get it for Republic because I could lock that down Renaissance Victory, but it wasn't going to happen because I didn't want to pay through the nose and then let you just go somewhere else. So
Yeah.
maybe I should
That's.
have though.
I mean, well, that was a really that was just a great game where we both grew at the same rate, and it looked like dire for you, and honestly, you pulled it out, so that was great. Um, I do wonder if this is too easy.
Right, and you wonder is it would it be too hard if you had to have more prestige?
Yeah, I mean, I think
It
this is. I
or
feel like it's the easiest
uh-huh.
out of all of them, especially in the 1550 variant. I mean, that's really the only thing I can prejudge right now. Maybe not so in the normal game, because you start with a
But
balance.
would you even play with it in the normal game, right? I mean, I
I
guess
think
you
it's a cool
could. It
victory
seems like
condition.
it's worth giving a roll. The thing I'm wondering is I haven't thought through this because it has two kind of different axes, right? That you can attack. The kings is one that goes for imperial anyway, and the prestige kind of maps to really, like, is it easier to disrupt? I don't know. It's easier to get, but is it also easier to disrupt? And does that net as being different? It seemed like we were just barely tugging back and forth on it.
I think
'Cause I could totally see that though. Like, if you only had one reform, right, prestige come out early, and somebody the early comet, if they have that and they manage to get right a quick couple
all you have to
of
do is campaign and take one
empires.
empire. So
Mm-hmm.
like the
Because
reduced marginality of the imperial victory and the reduced marginality of every other victory that includes
yeah,
prestige actually makes it like real easy to get what you need in one turn.
that that's true. Because having one more, like, you can usually figure out a way to campaign, right, and get us something if you have some coins. The prestige having equal, so I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what it would need to make it
It should be
not too complicated.
maybe
Is it
greater
just
prestige.
have both more kings and
More
more
of both.
prestige
Yeah,
than each?
yeah. That also make it easier to understand and I think make it more balanced.
I think that's probably a good move. And but I do like that it is tied not to supreme religion but theocracies, right? Doesn't matter how many, but just how many theocracies. It makes for an interesting
Yeah,
little dynamic. And does voting then, right?
as
Because you
long
can
as
gold
people are under the
liberty.
thumb of religion still.
Right. I mean, that's just the let's make sure that's the case.
It's the most anti-Renaissance condition. It's the bleakest outlook, I think, personally.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it some more, and I think there are some cool ideas. I think there are some things that can be tweaked. Um, yeah, and one second.